Almost a century has passed since Son of Kong's last appearance in the movie theaters, and now he's on the way to return. It seems like he has already reserved a place in the MonsterVerse universe, and a new movie is about to revive the forgotten classic from 1933. So here's what we know about the upcoming Son of Kong movie so far. First, let's make a little recap on what MonsterVerse achieved so far. For those who don't know, the franchise is produced by Legendary Pictures and co-produced and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It's an almost new franchise, which has existed since 2014. 4 movies have been filmed since now, and the 5th is on its way. Even though there were a lot of rumors and a lot of presumptions about which will be the next MonsterVerse movie, we can say that we got a clue now. Everything right now leads to the next movie being dedicated to Kong's son. Maybe not many of you heard about him, so that's why I will try to make him closer to you. As I said at the beginning, the retro movie Son of Kong had its premiere in 1933, and it was a sequel to the King Kong movie. The movie is focused on the aftermath of King Kong's death in New York. The action takes place on Skull Island, where a group of humans discovers Kong's 12-foot-tall albino son. So maybe it's about time that this story gets a new modern-day remake and revives the Kong's son's character.
Don't you think we ought to help him?
Well, how?
The studio started the era of the Titans with a Godzilla movie in 2014. The picture about the legendary lizard monster was a huge hit. The Godzilla movie was followed by Kong Skull Island, another bullseye. And after 2 hits, a disappointment happened in 2019. Godzilla, King of All Monsters, even today is a movie that MonsterVerse is hardly trying to forget. But that was more than a reason for the franchise to make an effort and achieve another great success. Well, it was the biggest of all. On March 24, 2021, the biggest hit from the franchise came up with the release of the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. The clash between the 2 biggest titans was something that even the COVID pandemic didn't stop to become a real hit. The movie easily became one of the top 10 highest grossing movies in 2021. We remember Godzilla as a creature that was protecting the people, but now it became something else, something that is destroying everything that comes in its path. Kong is on a journey to find a way to his home, and on this trip, he is accompanied by a little girl. Eventually, he will cross paths with the mighty lizard, and then the legendary battle between these two will happen. It was something that the world hasn't seen before, and fans were hungry for another episode of it. Even though there were rumors that the epic battle will continue in a sequel, now it's more likely that MonsterVerse will try something else, and the next movie of the franchise will be dedicated to Kong's son. Now hit that like button below the video, and let's continue with the possible release date for the movie and the cast crew that we can expect to appear. Recently this year, there was leaked information according to which there is a set date for the filming of Godzilla vs. Kong sequel. But as things stand right now, Godzilla vs. Kong 2 is a Son of Kong story. So the rematch between the 2 titans is on hold. According to these leaks, Adam Wingard is already engaged to helm the movie adaptation, and Eric McLeod will sit in the producer's chair once again. Wingard already stated that he would like to continue the story, and he's got more to offer. The shooting for the movie will take place in Queensland, Australia, so it seems that the studio will continue the trend. So if the rumors become true and the shooting starts this autumn, we can expect the new MonsterVerse movie to be released in the second half of 2023. Of course, we're still missing the official announcement from Warner Bros. And what about the cast crew that will appear in the movie? Well, nobody has a clue right now, but there's only one name that could appear in the movie, and that's Dan Stevens. His name was announced by Deadline, but they don't reveal what role Stevens may play in the movie. The information is, however, not far from becoming true, as Stevens already worked with the director Adam Wingard in The Guest. There are many actors in the Godzilla vs. Kong movie that deserve to reprise their roles in the next movie. Let's say that Cool Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown did well as Dr. Mark and Madison Russell. We also can't forget the adorable girl Gia, who was portrayed by Kaylee Huddle, and of course, the Swedish-born actor Alexander Skarsgård, who played the scientist Nathan Lind. Every one of these names will be perfect to come back and reprise their role once again. As a sequel to the 1933 King Kong movie, Son of Kong turned the attention to the 12-foot-tall offspring of the big monkey, Kong. Now, if MonsterVerse heads this direction, and their next movie is dedicated to the Son of Kong story, it would be more of a spin-off than a true sequel. There are two leading theories at this point about MonsterVerse's next installment, and here's how Son of Kong can bring, at the same time, a rematch between the two titans. After Godzilla vs. Kong ended, Kong was trying to find others of his kind in the Hollow Earth. So, if MonsterVerse tells a story about Kong's son, that will mean that there are more members of his kind. So if the franchise would like that to happen, they will have to undo the ending, and you should smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell below the video. No, really, if they are planning this, they will have to undo the ending of the previous movie and give Kong a family. We can see him surrounded by a large group of Kongs, like the ancestors that built the Hollow Earth's temple and his son. The rumor says that Kong will team up with his son, and he will try to teach him and protect him from the other evil things that could appear on the surface of Hollow Earth. While it's true that Kong's son can't help, he can serve as the true heart of the movie. Eventually, these two will have to deal with Godzilla again, but before joining his father in another battle with a mighty opponent, Son of Kong will have to deal with some of the smaller denizens of the Hollow Earth, including some that took place in the previous film. This will be his training before he grows enough to stand against some of the biggest titans. Some of the fans' favorite monsters to fight against Kong's son are Destroya, Gigan, and Biollante, but they are too powerful to work as his opponents, and they are better suited as villains for Godzilla or Kong. But there are at least 4 monsters that could be properly reimagined and inserted into a Son of Kong story. The list starts with the lobster Ibira from 1966 Horror of the Deep. There's also the enormous spider Kumanga, and maybe the strongest candidate for the movie's antagonist, the mighty Hedorah. The battle between Kong and his son, and Godzilla this time, is expected to be equal, and they will have to team up at the end together to fight against some other Hollow Earth creatures that will come on the surface, trying to destroy everything and take the throne from these two titans. As you can see, the possibilities are limitless, and the producers have many options to decide. For now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time